also. Today we're reading Nick Fury, Max, Days Gone By. The show is called Now That's a Good Read. And this comic is about Nick Fury facing the fact that he's running out of wars. And, well, here's a brief history of Nick Fury. He was born in 1920's Great Depression, fought in World War I and World War II. And in World War II, he took a grenade to the face, and he went blind in his eye. He was going blind, and a landmine went off, and his friend took him to this German scientist that fixed his eye, took his eye out, kind of fixed it, gave him an eye patch, and then gave him the serum where he would stop aging, and that's where we are now. The beginning of the comic is him at a bar with his friend. Before that, he's in a room monologuing his life. He says, "My name is Nick Fury, and I've had a bullet in my head since 1944. I can't seem to die, but even my age, I don't even age much. I fight, and I fight like a goddamn demon. I look up war like it was sugar. These are the things that I've done for my country." Spoilers. While he's sitting in a chair, drinking bourbon and smoking a cigar.
Alright, so currently we're having technical difficulties. Here we go. Technical difficulties. Alright, so yeah, there's a picture of him looking over his, like, a lot of interesting moments in his life. Like when he's in a war, he's at a party. I can't scroll down. Gotta scroll it down.
He's meeting Punisher or Frank Castle for the first time.
Oh, and then there's, I forgot the young lady's name that he talked to. What is the deal? Alright, apparently, definitely technical. Okay, give us a moment, we're having technical difficulties. Tell us, so Nick Fury lost his eye in 44?
Yes.
Okay. What is Nick Fury the leader of currently?
Nothing. He's chained to the moon.
Okay, well, how about spoilers for that? How about we give a little insight? Spoilers. What is that from?
It is from... It was before the Marvel Crisis that is now. It was Who Killed the Watcher.
Okay.
In that, he, went to the moon to find a spaceship that may or may not have alien technology that may help him stop crises on Earth or not. And he went there, and there was the Watcher telling him to stop doing this. And the Watcher was going to show him something, but Nick Fury panicked and shot him in the face.
But how? Okay, so the Watcher is... I thought it was like omnipotent, where he can't die.
No, he can come back.
The Watcher can?
But Nick Fury shot him with a gun, where he can't come back.
So regular bullets...
No, this is not a regular gun. This is like an alien space gun.
Oh. Okay, I was like, So like, okay, that's the weakness, just bullets. I mean, you can kill a Watcher.
And,
Okay, it's hot in here. Okay, so Nick Fury, what is he the leader of?
Shield.
Okay. And within Shield, what was it was the helicarrier, right?
It was the helicarrier and the ground unit.
Okay. So what? So Nick Fury's pretty old.
He is around 119 years old.
Wow. Oh, because of the serum?
Yeah.
Super Saiyan serum.
No.
No? He's not a Saiyan?
No.
From Dragon Ball Z?
But he, what's the word I'm thinking of here? It's...
Is he immortal?
No.
Oh. So he can die?
Yeah, he can die.
So if I shot him in the head, he'd die?
Yes.
Cool. Remember that, everybody. Shoot Nick Fury in the head if you see him. I mean, if you want to kill him.
Just any old guy with an eye patch.
Don't be a dick about it, but whatever. Any old guy with an eye patch. Hey, Nick Fury, pow! Oh, that was my neighbor. So remember, it's not any old guy with an eye patch will not just be Nick Fury. Okay, so apparently we're having major technical difficulties. I can't talk. My mouth is having technical difficulties. I gotta find my history here.
But, there was... S.H.I.E.L.D. got infiltrated by, well, the CIA, and was very weird, or kind of funny and weird at the time. And then it turned out the CIA was corrupted by Hydra, so they took over S.H.I.E.L.D., and everyone, it was, got convinced that Nick Fury was a double agent, and everyone after Nick Fury from S.H.I.E.L.D.
Huh.
And then from there, he took down S.H.I.E.L.D. himself, and then he rebuilt it, and he started making, identical robots.
Okay, yeah, his clone or ones, yeah.
Yeah, and then he...
Or copies, whatever they're called.
Went out, and one went out and joined Hydra, and got high-ranking parts in Hydra. So Nick Fury's like, screw S.H.I.E.L.D.
What issues or what series is this?
This was back in the, I want to say 80s Nick Fury stuff? 70s, 80s Nick Fury stuff?
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I don't know a lot of Nick Fury. I read it if it's, involved with Avengers or whatever.
But it's Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
And 100 or so chapters. So
we are having trouble with our host. We'll try our best to fix it soon. Sorry for the inconvenience. Alright, folks, so I guess we're not going to be able to actually, Alright, well, so we're not going to be able to actually read that. Yeah.
I can talk about stuff off the top of my head about Nick Fury.
Hold on. You do that for a minute.
He grew up with 4 brothers, and...
Is this fact, or you just, your opinion, or remember stuff from...
Yeah, this is fact. He grew up with 4 brothers and 2 sisters. One of his sisters died in a car wreck when the automobiles first came out. And then one of his brothers was a drug dealer that was beat to death.
Wow.
And one of his brothers joined the army and then died due to accidental, someone misfired in the army and he died. And then his other brother, I believe, died of heart disease or something. And then his 4th brother vanished. And then he's found later on in Nick Fury comics. But his other sister didn't die. She had a family and everything like that, but she had her last name changed.
Oh, witness protection kind of thing?
No, she just, didn't want to be a part of her family because his mother was, a drunk and the father was never around, really.
Really good.
So she didn't want anything to do with the family after that. After Nick joined the Air Force?
I don't know. You gotta tell me, because I don't know a lot about Nick Fury, man.
Well, after he did that, then she left and changed the name and everything like that. And, they had a one reunion thing together. And then after that, it was never spoke of again. So
yeah, if this is all factored, if you believe this is true, or this is ramblings of a crazy person, go ahead and leave us a message at 916.
How dare you? This is fact from their series came out in 1942.
If you believe this is true to be fact,
1960,
or the
70.
crazy ramblings of a mental unstable person, call us at 916-538-4615.
How?
This is my little brother. I don't think he's that unstable, all the time. 916-538-4615. Leave a voicemail or a text message, and we'll air it. So if you leave a voicemail, remember we will air it. So your voice will be on here.
Nick Fury will beat you with a belt.
Probably. I mean, he's known for that. He beats people all the time with belts, with his one eye. I'm gonna beat you with the belt. That's how it sounds, right?
No.
I'm gonna beat you with the belt.
He just stares at you. He stares at you in your eye, and then slowly takes off his belt and starts beating with it.
Oh, that makes sense. Totally. All right, what part? Wait, he's on the phone. What part?
I tried that. Direct at it.
Yeah. What this? If I can.
We're trying a new device right now. Trying to.
Yeah, we're on the phone. So if there's a lot of noise, that's what it is for.
He's talking to his friend in the bar we're talking about old war events that happened and where they are now.
Okay, I'll let you go. Okay. So, yeah, they're talking about old events and where they are now.
And how they may start an organization. Oh, what?
Well, I don't know what organization that would be.
No,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh, sorry, I had a cough there.
And Nick Fury got the idea from S.H.I.E.L.D. from him fighting with Captain America back in the Nazi days.
Off of his shield?
Yes.
Ah,
That's literally where it came
nice.
He's like, Captain America's like, well, it's good for offensive and defenses. And Nick Fury's head's like, S.H.I.E.L.D.
This is one that's very, like, dialogue heavy, and talks about politics, and there's some plots. I mean, if you're not super into politics or whatever, you don't think it involves plot, you can skip it. I mean, I read most of it, but I was like, oh, God. To be honest, I have to say right now at this point, the episode's not boring. The issue to me is boring. There's not a lot of action. There's one part where the girl just, like, punches this guy directly in his face, which is awesome. I mean, girl fighting a guy, girl fights are cool anyways, but like this lady just like kicks the crap out of him. It's obviously an explicit episode. So, and then we marked down as so. The picture will also be explicit. It'll say explicit on the picture. So, warning to all those young people, if you read this, I'm not responsible. We're not responsible for you getting in trouble. So, let's see here.
Is that your editing for backing up there?
The guy's talking about, I think you're something of a cynic, Colonel Fury, or you're doing your best to be one. I'm not, so I'm going to respectfully suggest that we refrain from wasting each other's time. Fair enough? Sure, Nick Fury says. You wouldn't believe me if I told you anyway. And then they have drinks together, and then the close-up on Fury says, try me.
And it cuts to them in a bar. It cuts to them in a bar, and they're continuing the conversation, and they overhear this guy yelling at this woman. And then he's like talking.
Big Tam? No, isn't it?
It's this big guy.
Yeah, his name's actually this is Big Tam or something like that.
Yeah, I'm Big Tan. I was in the.
He's like, I think he's like Scottish or something.
Oh, yes.
I'm Big Tam. I was in the Scottish. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
And he's trying to impress her, and she's not very impressed.
My Scottish accent.
And then he starts to touch her, and then she just busts him right in the face.
Yeah. I thought she was May, but that's too. I mean, from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series, but this is too far back.
1954.
Yeah, I mean, serum can make her younger and keep her young.
Wasn't with this. Our mother was alive during this.
She's born in. No, she's born in 54.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was alive. You're right. So she might have met Nick Fury's baby.
Don't know.
If he was real, she might have met Nick Fury's baby.
So she just beats him with a bottle, and beats him with a chair, and then she breaks another glass bottle and tries to stab him with it, and Nick Fury says to stop. And then this other guy is talking to Nick Fury, trying to get in his face, and Nick Fury points his finger at him and tells him to get lost. And then they drag out the guy's body that she beat up, and then he tells his friend to